Okay, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm not trying to be ugly this morning. Somebody that thinks that we've replaced Israel and that Israel's not going to be restored in the future, I usually just don't even try to deal with them. Because if you are that stupid and you can't read plain English, then I'm honest. I'm not trying to be ugly. Well, don't you want to try to convince them? No, because you know what the Bible says. Listen, by the way, thinking that Israel has replaced the church, that's not just a difference in doctrine. That's heresy. That's heresy that we do not fellowship with people like that. I do not allow anybody to preach behind my pulpit that believes that Israel has, or that the church has replaced Israel. Why? Because the Bible says that those people who think they are Jews but they are not, the Bible calls them the synagogue of Satan in Revelation 2. They think they're Jews, but they're not. They're liars, and they're of the synagogue of Satan. That's awfully bold statements. Well, I don't know. Take it up with John. I don't know what to tell you. Yeah, well, specifically Jesus, because Jesus is the one speaking there through John. So, when you get over there like Romans 11:25, Romans 11:25 says this. It says, "But I would not have you be ignorant, brethren, concerning this mystery, how that lest you be wise in your own but I would not have you be ignorant, brethren, concerning this mystery, lest you be wise in your own conceit, how that blindness in part hath happened to Israel," blindness in part, not full blindness, partial blindness, happened in part, "until the time of the Gentiles be brought in." So number one, it is partial, and number two, it is not permanent. When the time of the Gentiles will be brought in, that blindness is lifted. The Bible says in 2 Corinthians 3, it's called the veil of Moses. It's draped over their eyes as a nation. And when you begin to look at, Romans 11:25 through 28, anybody that reads that and honestly thinks that that's somehow talking about the church, it's just, you say, well, why do you not deal with them much? Because the Bible says this, in Titus chapter 3, verse number, 15? "A heretic, after the second admonition, reject." Why? Knowing that he that is such is subverted, and, a lot of people don't realize this, and sinneth. So a man that is a heretic, after you've admonished him twice, it's more than just a doctrinal problem. The Bible says that a man that is a heretic after the second admonition, he's got a sin problem. There's a sin problem somewhere. That's why I've always said, 1 Timothy 4:1, now in the last days, the Spirit, I got in late. I didn't sleep a whole bunch last night, so my brain's a little foggy. 1 Timothy 4:1, now in the latter times, now the Spirit speaking to the Spirit, says in the latter times, some shall depart from the faith, giving heed to what? Seducing spirits and doctrines of devils. That is why bad living and bad doctrine go hand in hand. You show me a guy that believes wrong on something like that, I promise you I'll show you a guy that's got a sin problem.